When people say reservation has been there for 75 years, why do we still need it? Or no one discriminates anymore? The logic itself is flawed. Think of a parallel example. Britain colonized half the world about a century ago. Isn't it still reaping the privileges and wealth it looted from its colonies? And aren't those colonies still suffering from the damage done decades, sometimes centuries ago? India's economy still bears the scars of colonial exploitation, doesn't it? The same applies to caste. Thousands of years of inequality won't magically disappear just because the explicit oppression stops. And let's be clear, caste discrimination hasn't stopped. It's simply become more subtle, much like racism in the West. Oppressed communities still lag socially and economically due to centuries of exclusion, while upper castes still enjoy the benefits of accumulated wealth, education, and systemic power. Why do you think London has universities like Oxford and Cambridge, while India doesn't have anything comparable? Is it because the British are inherently more intelligent or more meritorious? Or is it because they've benefited from generations of systemic privilege? Apply the same logic to India. For centuries, only upper castes had access to education. So, when India became independent, they were the most qualified to take up administrative, judicial, and institutional positions. Not because of merit, but because of privilege. It's like any professional role. To be a professor, you need a PhD. To be an IAS officer, you need to be a graduate. For upper castes, even after independence, this was achievable because they weren't the first in their families to study. They had a head start and they've continued to benefit from it. So why do we still need reservation after 70 years? Because to break into a system dominated by the same privileged castes, we need an unbiased tool to ensure representation despite systemic bias. Imagine an institute where 100% of professors are from upper castes. A vacancy opens. Without reservation, systemic bias takes over during hiring, often unconsciously. It's human nature to favor your own. For example, in the UPPSC interviews, candidates from marginalized communities scored lower in interviews despite high written exam marks, while upper caste candidates scored disproportionately higher in the same interviews. Statistically, this pattern across such a large group is no coincidence. It's bias at work. Reservation is what helps counteract that bias. It ensures opportunities aren't stolen by generations of privilege disguised as merit. Because merit is often nothing more than inherited advantage. And reservation is the only realistic tool we have to balance the scales.